Not really.
broccoli?
Depending. I like coleslaw. But like,
You like coleslaw, John?
Yeah.
Coleslaw made
I'm a
right
big
is good.
coleslaw.
Made well is good.
That
You don't like mayo. That's why you don't like coleslaw.
Yeah, exactly. I fucking hate mayo.
Whoa,
That undercover shit is undercover brother shit is so true for me, bro.
Bro, I like a nice little dab of mayo on a
Mayo is
sandwich
valid,
is good.
bro.
Well, I'll suck your mother.
Bro, the Japanese mayo too is fire.
This is crazy.
Wait, so what do you put on sandwiches? Mustard?
No,
You just eat
You just eat a dry
sandwiches?
sandwich?
that shit don't be dry to me.
Oh my god!
What?
Yeah,
Miles-
that's why
Miles
you
said-
fucking. That's why you chew like that.
Nigga,
'Cause
Miles
it's not-
said only-
Miles chew mad loud. He has to put all the saliva in his mouth. So
Said
the food
only
not
moisture coming on the sandwich is from my saliva.
First and foremost, what kind of sandwiches y'all eating that be needing all that goddamn mayo?
No, not
Any
all.
deli
You just
sandwich.
a little dab. Like you take the knife in the jar.
Nah, I be putting mad mayo on my shit. I like mayo.
Ew, John.
Yeah, when I was
nasty.
13, I used to eat mayo sandwiches, bro.
Oh,
Yo,
Nah, you're lying.
I'm not lying.
Nah, son.
I very quickly.
oh god!
It was a
Nah,
very
son.
brief
Honestly,
period.
that might have to be the intro, bro. That shit is crazy.
Oh man,
I'm dead ass.
Matt, you might be a menace to society.
bro, I've heard of the what is it?
quickly
The
stopped.
marshmallow fluff sandwiches.
I've done butter sandwiches as a kid.
butter sandwich.
Wait, wait.
Never heard of butter sandwich.
Explain
Imagine
that.
it's
That sounds like a
Like
the
cold
poorest of
butter
poor.
on bread?
It's like eating bread and butter. You just
So
But it's
toast?
So
not
how
toast?
is that any worse than a mayo sandwich?
Nah, mayo
Dude,
sandwich.
mayo-
That's vicious.
all right. You don't go to as a kid if there's fucking butter and rolls at a restaurant or something. You don't.
Yeah,
there's no
butter
mayo.
and
You
roll,
don't
I
just eat the
understand.
mayo.
I mean, that's toast.
It is.
dude, I've eaten a whole loaf of challah bread. Like just sat down with a loaf of challah bread and
I could see
butter
that, I could see
and
that.
just damaged that.
Here's the
That's-
thing, right?
on multiple occasions.
I like a nice
Y'all are
with the knife
y'all
with the
are
mayo,
all
nice dab
nasty.
across the bread,
You don't like
dab
bread,
across
dog?
the meat. That's it.
No. I like bread. No, I'm just saying y'all are all nasty just because this whole mayo conversation. I hate y'all so much.
Mayo is
Don't
so
you eat
valid.
ass? But we're nasty for like a little bit of mayo
Damn, bro.
Oh,
on a sandwich.
So because
getting
y'all like
personal.
regular butter and I like doodle butter, y'all niggas is kink shaming me.
You like cookie butter?
No, doodle butter. You like cookie butter?
Nigga Mouse said, "Yo, truffle butter hits real home for you, huh?"
That's right. That's right. Oh my god.
Thinking out loud.
Oh no!
Oh man.
That got wild.
That might be the best soundbite ever. Wait, so, don't you eat ass?
Nah, that's crazy.
Nah,
You have the nerve.
you have the
You have the nerve-
audacity.
You have the nerve to shame me.
Man's out here sticking his tongue in some whole butt cheeks. But I'm wrong for liking a little bit of mayo on my turkey sandwich.
Oh,
Listen,
boy.
all you had to say was you like white creamy stuff.
I got ice in my veins. Walk like a champion, champion, champion. I'm so cold-blooded, I fear nobody. Ain't no letting down, I won't let you down. 'Cause I got ice in my veins. I talk like a champion, like a champion. I'm so cold-blooded, I'm so cold-blooded. I fear nobody, I fear nobody. I walk like a champion.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to episode 58 of the Saratobi Sports Pod. It's me, John, and I'm here in Riga. I'm recording as always, and I have my guys with me. To my right, the Vice President of the Knicks, Mr. Worldwide West,
What up, everybody? What up, what up, what up?
as he moves away from the mic. And to my left, Justin Thought,
Oh,
Nice.
John.
Justin Thomas,
Oh.
Let it run.
Oh, I'm letting it run. All right, you got it.
That's called motherfucking bars, nigga. You know nothing.
Like, yo, wait, time out. I never peeped the nigga in the background saying, yo, you heard that?
Yes.
That I never realized he was saying that.
that's like when you first noticed the background shit on Bobby Bitch.
Oh, yeah.
When you hear the glass breaking, bro, that's just hilarious. It's a glass breaking. It's just like, ah!
Oh, my God.
Talk about a nigga that can't miss.
Damn.
When is he coming out?
He be out in the
said,
fall.
They said he was going to be out earlier because of COVID.
Oh well,
Yeah.
hey.
It's supposed to be like the end of the year, but now
And
he should be
then,
out in the fall.
you know what? He's just gonna grind through the winter, and he'll come out with the song for us, ready for summer 2021.
He's going to have a song as soon as he's out, dog.
That's a fact.
We don't need it now.
All right, I'm not about to let y'all do this 2 weeks in a row. Put some respect on my boy Matt Name. Right now.
It was JT's turn in? Like, I just introed him.
Nah,
Damn,
So
bro.
I have to intro Matt.
Well,
no,
look,
we were in the middle of something. Like,
Nah.
I couldn't even get to it.
Nah,
You didn't even give me a chance, bro.
Yeah, I didn't
You
want
didn't
y'all to
give me a
forget. I
chance.
didn't want y'all
First
to
of all,
forget.
you're the one
going
that
to.
played a soundbite
Yeah.
before the intro to Matt, so that's your fault.
Because Justin thought was OD. That was like
That was fire.
That was
Yeah, so then you gotta let it play out. We
That
didn't
was
even.
nah.
What happened? I intro someone, they say something, then I intro the next person.
Fuck Justin.
You ain't even. Excuse me.
That's what this is really about.
Yes,
Tell us how you really feel.
that's all right.
All right, so I'll do it then. And as always, Saratoga Sound Man, Matt, aka Kevin Love.
Yo.
Oof, that's tough.
We
But if he's K Love, then you gotta redistribute. All right, so like, so who's Kyrie? Who's Kyrie? No. We know he's Braun. So who's Kyrie?
oh, that's me.
Nah.
I'm Kyrie. You're Cal Corver.
You might be Jr. Dog.
Actually,
You might be Jr. pulling from half.
Nah, you're Jay Crowder.
Nah, let me be Tyron
Jay
Lue.
Crowder.
Tyronn
I
Lue
think
at
you could
least.
be. Yeah, you could be Tyronn Lue. You Ty Lue.
Nah, I'll give you Richard Jefferson.
Nah,
That very blue contributor.
Jefferson was.
He
He
played
was
big
hooping.
minutes in our championship run.
He did
He
play.
played
Or
big
Or you
minutes
can
in the
be. Or you can
championship
be
run.
Jordan Clarkson. Pick your poison.
Which Cavs teams are you picking?
Yeah, I'm
bro?
about to say. 'cause
All of
this-
them. All of them. All the
Could
cats.
you call him Jay Crowder, Kyle? You
Basically,
picked one from each year.
he said you were all of the important role players that played on different seasons.
I mean, I could have been disrespectful and said he's Isaiah Thomas on the Cavs.
Oh, that's
So,
foul. Oh, that's
I'm still
foul.
giving you.
So not-
I'm still
so not
giving you
existent?
Jr. Bro. When you're hot, you're hot. But you know you be pulling from half.
I do, and it be going in.
So I'm giving you Jr.
So,
Any God.
Henny guy. Anything is possible.
That's right.
Oh boy.
Greatest cry ever. Second greatest cry ever, but greatest
I
cry
mean-
ever.
What's more iconic? Anything is possible, or Cleveland? This is for you.
Nah, Cleveland, this is for you is OD. They really had to like add that to the Believeland documentary, bro.
I mean, I know, but like, I feel like
I think
with
anything is
KG,
possible
you could
still.
you could put it with anything.
Exactly.
Like, oh, I passed the test. Anything is possible.
Nah, but if
Like,
I mean, you're right. You
Yeah.
could do that for anything, literally. But I feel like if Cleveland was to win, any Cleveland team wins again, it's like yo, they just got to play that LeBron soundbite saying,
Yeah,
for you.
That's
it's just
true.
anything is possible. It applies to the rest of the country outside of
all right,
Yeah.
that makes sense. Well, since we started off with basketball references, it's only right that we start the show off with basketball.
That's right.
And boy, oh boy, is it honestly, it's been an enjoyable playoffs. It's been very
I
enjoyable.
told y'all the Rockets cannot win shit. They're not built to win. They're not built to contend.
Yep.
And just I can't believe some of y'all really thought they had a chance in this series.
Yep. And
I thought it was gonna go 6 at least.
yeah, thought
I was
so.
gonna go
We,
6.
we really did think, but I mean,
I thought sweep or gentleman sweep whole way.
We were one game
Fuck.
off. It's okay.
Fuck it.
yeah, you know,
Could have been worse. Could have been a sweep. We'd be 2 games off. So,
right? That's a valid point.
but yeah, I think that not like looking back at it, that game 1 was just the Lakers. Like, all right,
chilling.
it is what it is.
Yeah.
And then after that, Braun was like, all right, let me get serious.
There was a couple close games though, and then there was games where they let Houston get back into it. But overall,
Wasn't
we knew what was happening.
watching it might have been game 4.
Mm-hmm.
My dad goes, "What do the Rockets need?" And I'm like,
A coach.
"To blow it up.
Yeah.
There's nothing. Like you can't fix that team. It needs to. They need to start over.
Yeah.
They need to. That's it. And the first thing I literally was like, the first thing is to fucking fire D'Antoni
Yeah.
because D'Antoni will never win a championship as a head coach.
He is.
Ever.
It's crazy. Like they're a great regular season team. What they do with small ball is great for the regular season.
Yes.
It does not, translate to winning basketball in the playoffs.
Okay. Now here's me playing devil's advocate. I think it could have worked,
Without
but their
Russell
number
Westbrook.
their number two option is not a 3-point shooter. He's
Mm-hmm.
a facilitator, and he was taken out of his game this series.
But so is Chris Paul. Chris Paul's not he can make you a 3-pointer, but I'm
Chris
not gonna.
Paul's a more efficient
Okay.
shooter overall than Russell Westbrook.
but
I
if
will
it's
say-
threes and layups,
I'm just saying,
you
that Houston team, and I know that team was definitely structured differently years
Mm-hmm.
ago when they played against Golden State. But if they didn't go over 27 on an over 27 stretch, they would have won that game, and they would have won it easily. That game 7, I'm
Mm-hmm.
referring to. So I think it's definitely possible to do it with the right personnel.
Mm-hmm.
But like John said, it's definitely time for a coach.
but you do leave yourself susceptible to that. You
Yes,
leave yourself susceptible
yes.
to a 0 of 27 night, and if you're 0 of 27, you're gonna lose because that's
Yeah.
half of what their team is.
Exactly.
Threes
Right.
and at the
But-
basket.
But the thing about like having Chris Paul in this situation is Chris Paul isn't gonna let you take him out of his game. Chris Paul is gonna do what he needs to do and what he's good at regardless. Russell Westbrook stopped taking mid-range shots, was fucking breaking everything, stopped driving hard to the rim. Like It's you're asking him to be something that he's not, and then you're wondering why it's not really working. And that's not his fault. It's a whole culture thing. Like you said, they're not built to win. They never have been. If you thought they were a contender, you were sorely mistaken.
no.
I hit up my boy right away as soon as this my son Anson. As soon as I saw them lose, I was like, "Oh, what happened, bro? You picked them to make the finals. Like, what happened?"
It's tough.
It's just not, and it's a shame because James Harden is really arguably the best offensive player.
He was looking kind of
in the league.
He did not look great this series.
But in his
Shocker.
in his defense,
Playoffs.
He's the main threat, and they double teaming him second he crossed half, bro.
That's what I was hearing about with Kemba in the series with the Raptors and why he was playing so poorly because Nick Nurse was boxing oneing him. But we've seen a boxing one played against Steph and Steph chefs. We've seen a boxing one played against Dame Lillard and Dame Lillard gets off. So I'm just saying, you can. It's not like this. I don't know. I don't want to hear because of the defense, that's why he's playing poorly. Because I've seen, and if we're gonna hold James Harden to this greatest scorer of our generation,
of course,
he has to do better than shooting 2 of 11 from the field in a game. He had 20 points.
But
15 of them came from the free throw line.
Yeah,
I don't know.
James Harden in the playoffs, TBT, TBD.
Yeah,
He had a really good game 5.
Yeah.
Told you.
but it can't just be on James Harden. But
It's not, but
if
you're the leader of your team, it's always gonna fall on you.
It's constructed poorly, and listen, the small ball shit, it can work, yes, but for the type of player that James Harden is, he needs to be coached. I think we're at that point. He needs to be coached. We can't just let James Harden do whatever the fuck he wants to do. We've seen that it doesn't work, and I think James got to humble himself a little bit and realize, all right, well, I got to do something different. I may have to play more efficiently.
He's got to do the Jordan shit.
Basically,
The after Doug Collins, where it's I don't care if you have all these individual awards, y'all not winning.
except that even with that, Michael Jordan still way more efficient than James Harden, shooting 2 of 11.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Michael Jordan had playoff moments.
It predicated the team and also the success predicated off of how PJ Tucker does shooting. And in one of the games, he made my all cardio team.
Yep.
The playoff 33 minutes, 0 points on 0 of 4 shooting. They need him to make the
PJ
three
Tucker
from the
turns
corner.
into your freaking second option at that point. Something's wrong.
Well,
that's
that's what they were getting away with, especially in the first series, is that, all right, we're going to have PJ in the corner, which drags the opposing 5 out, and we're going to force the opposing 5 to either come out or stay in the paint.
But then
right?
they wouldn't go to the paint.
But then they wouldn't go to
drive.
the paint. So the only person that's going to the paint is Russ, and he's a Tasmanian devil in there.
But he wasn't even doing it as much as he should have.
Nope.
Not as much. Not as much.
If he's driving, then someone's collapsing on him.
And to be fair to
And
Russ,
then that puts the shooters open.
as poorly as he played in the first 2 games of the series, he did have the rest of the series. He was, I guess, aside from the last game, games 3 and 4, he played well. He scored over 30 points.
Yes.
Russ is going to play his ass off regardless if he's doing good or bad. He's going to play
Yes.
hard.
which might come to the detriment of his team.
Yeah.
Because even if Russ is shooting, let's say 3 of 15, he's gonna keep shooting and driving to the paint and trying to get calls and do that. And you like the heart of it.
Yep.
I don't know if John, I don't know if you saw it on Twitter. It was a Rockets podcast. One of the
SB Nation shit, that bullshit.
Yeah, it was the SB Nation.
SB Nation, if you go sponsor that fucking terrible ass takes, y'all need to hit us up.
So Miles, basically, it was a snippet of this podcast, and they were talking about
I think I retweeted it.
Yeah, the Rockets, and they were like, I'm okay with having Russ play like this because at least he's showing heart. Okay,
Moral
what's
victories.
Hart gonna give you?
Moral victories.
Hart's got to give me more than 10 points and 6 rebounds in an elimination game.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh no, the take that was really bad was he said, I'm fine trading Russ only if we get Giannis.
No, he said he didn't want. The one guy said he didn't want Giannis.
I would.
He said he didn't. He said he didn't want
He
Giannis
said-
because
no.
he felt that Giannis quit on his team, with the in quotation marks ankle injury. That he quit on his team, and that was that. But at least Russ has heart.
Either way, his
dog,
whack
what?
ass takes, and
I don't
we
want
do
to
better
say that
comments on
Giannis
that.
quit on his team. That's
Yeah,
that's a very incredibly bold statement.
I was like, what dog? He came out with a busted ankle and dropped 19 points in 11 minutes.
All right, let's not get sidetracked here on what's really going on. Shout outs to Daniel House for being first team all horny.
Yep.
You see the conspiracy theory though is that he was covering for Harden.
That's
Really?
Who knows what really happened? But the
That's-
conspiracy theory is that
Ho, ho.
because the girl that the COVID worker that was the alleged person.
Yeah.
She said that she didn't have any interaction with Daniel House.
Really?
Because the two names brought up was Daniel House and Tyson Chandler. But
Tyson?
obviously Tyson's not even in the rotation.
Right.
Like, so it doesn't even matter what happens to Tyson. But yeah, they were like, Daniel House wasn't she said Daniel House wasn't the person.
Hey man, he just went home a little early before the rest of the Rockets.
Imagine your marriage gets destroyed and you find out through a watch tweet. It's crazy. Because he has a wife and like 3 kids.
Yeah.
And his wife like not tweeted on Instagram, man, like some, like one of those like when girls get heartbroken or something like that, have one of those type of the all blacked out screen with like the one emoji and like 4 words, like one of those.
Oh my
type
gosh,
things.
he did one of those. Oh, he done fucked.
Yeah,
That's how
he
you
done
know.
fucked up.
That's how you know you done fucked up,
Bruh.
bro.
So
Oh, boo-hoo. Let me play a sad song
Damn.
for you on the Willie violin.
Well,
First team all horny.
first team all horny.
hey man, but I mean the conspiracy theory that the league wanted the Lakers to win and that Daniel House was going to be some big momentum shifter. I mean, I get it. Daniel House is an important role player for them.
Yep.
But
The Rockets.
he's not a needle mover. It's not like to say like it's not as if maybe Robert Covington
Yeah.
or Jeff Green had gotten in trouble. Then you could be like, oh yo, that was a serious blow to the team. Daniel House is probably their 8th guy. He is their last guy off the
Yeah.
bench, right
Yep.
behind Austin Rivers and Jeff Green. So
Wow.
either way,
That shit is true. Imagine, son. I would hate to have to go home after that.
I'm not going home. I'm going anywhere. I'm going anywhere else but home.
Until
Changing numbers.
Fuck them kids.
Changing numbers, changing
That's what you're
everything.
saying?
I'm going to play in the China League. After this NBA shit.
Nigga said
Spell
I
his
got
name
work. Wait,
properly
time out.
after that.
Bro, boy,
Only
but
person I've ever seen is Daniel with a U.
that is true. I've never
Daniel.
seen Daniel.
Daniel.
Daniel. Can't trust him,
Daniel.
Daniels.
It's
Bruh.
all right.
They
My
said-
name is spelled, my name is spelled differently too, so I can only laugh so much.
No, that's what I'm saying. After this shit, he gonna
Mills.
spell his shit.
Fuck out of here,
Spell
Jesse.
his shit.
Hustin.
Bruh. That's actually what my Spanish teacher used to call me
Oh yeah, Hustin.
in high school. Hustin Tomas.
Hustin Tomas. Hustin, I know Black Tomas.
Exactly.
That's right.
I black belt, yeah, no black like
No,
you.
no black
That's
like
right.
you. But no, it was a funny tweet. He said it doesn't matter if they had Daniel Mansion. Rockets wasn't gonna win this series.
Niggas said Daniel Mansion. Yo, niggas is so creative. Yo.
They are. All right, but all right. So back to seriousness. So now, D'Antoni wasn't fired. He left on his own accord.
Okay.
Right? Doesn't matter. Whatever. Fired, left on your own.
Same shit.
Rockets have an opening. Who do you think would be the best fit for this
Aw,
team?
man,
We've
don't
heard
even-
the rumors of Sam Cassell.
They said Jeff Van Gundy.
Bro, I love it. I love it.
Why is it that I just want to get something straight here? Why is it that whenever there's a coaching opening, it's always Jeff Van Gundy is interested in
Bro.
the position, or
Hey.
Jeff Van Gundy
No,
is
I
like
feel like
in the
no
job
one-
consideration.
I feel like Jeff Van Gundy never does it.
That's what I'm saying.
Everyone else goes,
He's
yo,
Je-
Jeff
he-
Van Gundy wants it.
Jeff Van Gundy, all Jeff Van Gundy wants to do is just go in and talk basketball on ESPN, just
Bro,
commentate
I
games, and then
love
every other
Jeff
day
Van
it's
Gundy,
Jeff
bro.
Van Gundy
But
coaching
the thing
opportunity.
about it is, I feel like Jeff Van Gundy would leave for the right opportunity, and
would-
I
yeah,
feel
I
like
think
the
so.
the only time I thought he would actually go coach was for the Melo Knicks,
Yeah.
and that was the only time like I wanted him to coach that team. But for the coaching thing, like my thing about it is they don't need a coach that has a system. They do not need to bring a coach that is going to implement a system. They need to bring a coach that can freaking coach.
Well, I think every coach has a system.
My,
like, in a sense.
when I say
Who's
that,
Who's their general manager?
Daryl Morey.
Daryl Morey.
When I say that, I mean you don't need to bring a coach. Like you don't want Phil Jackson coming and bringing a triangle.
so like a triangle or like a D'Antoni.
Like
Okay,
you don't
I
want
got you, I
you
got
don't
you.
want them bringing like a system that the players need to conform to.
Got
You
you.
want someone to come in and be like, okay, these are the players, or like this is what we're going to do. Like let's work with what we got.
Got you.
Like
I don't know.
because James Harden to me is not a player that because even if you're saying in the D'Antoni system, James Harden is where's he scoring half court, right?
Yep.
And he's not scoring in D'Antoni's system because the system is made for everyone else to score.
Right.
James Harden's going to get his ISO points regardless.
So I have a question. So,
Okay, got
all right, so James Harden kind of we've known James Harden's been a great player for a while now, right? But kind of just became like in the talks of greatest, scorer, one of the greatest scorers of all time, right? Over the past 3 years since
Okay.
D'Antoni's been, right?
Yeah.
He had, the Rockets had decent success with Kevin McHale.
Yes, they did.
And James Harden was an all-star under Kevin McHale too.
Right.
So I don't think that the Rockets need or James Harden needs to have to your point, have a system in place like a D'Antoni offense. I think James Harden's going to be James Harden.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's a great scorer.
He is who he is.
But they don't need this, special score in like 8 seconds, threes, and
Exactly.
So
Yeah, but
seconds or less
they
is
do
some
need
bullshit.
they do need personnel though. That's that.
Yeah,
I think,
absolutely.
And I think creating the right personnel around James Harden, which is kind of what you were going back saying
Mm-hmm.
about Chris Paul being there. Yeah, I don't know if the whole Russ and Harden thing is gonna work because they're both very ball
Mm-hmm.
dominant, and I think that when you can't have your two best players on the floor at the same time, that's gonna be problematic.
That's what I was thinking, and I was like, they need to blow it up. The thing is, they can accelerate a rebuild by trading Russ,
They could.
and that's what it'll come down to, and what they can get for Russ, and as opposed to like future picks or like a solid player. Now, I'm like now thinking, I feel like a good like fit would be like a Bradley Beal. Someone that when James Harden's sitting can create his own offense, but would thrive as a number 2
I
and
think
shoots well enough to
the
space.
Now the only reason why I don't know about how I feel about Bradley Beal in the situation is because I think him being in Washington by himself and not being the number 2 option behind John Wall is turned Bradley Beal into, at least the Bradley Beal that we're talking about in today's game, has been a very ball dominant player. You know what I'm saying? And
I don't think he wants to be though.
I don't know. I don't.
Because I feel like when you watch him play, he's just out there like, help.
he plays well.
Like,
with,
help me.
with Wall. He does play well. I think.
Yes.
To your point though, because there was literally nobody else to score
Yeah,
the
he
ball,
was like,
he
I
had
have
to be
to. And
ball
that's why he
dominant.
slipped defensively because he's using all his energy on offense.
Yeah, I think he would slot in nice to whatever. Even if he's not with John Wall next year, if he'd slot in well with another superstar.
Yeah, and to me it's the same thing about my argument for why I wanted Kemba on the Mavs. Which is when you take someone who is used to having all the defensive focusing on him and had to do everything because they were in a situation with no help.
Yep.
And then you're taking that load off, it allows them to be greater because they're like, wow, they're not just game planning for me anymore.
Yep.
So I think Bradley Beal would be a good fit, and maybe they can get some picks or just some other solid role players. They could flip Russ into Bradley Beal and like Thomas Bryant or some shit. That would be great.
See, here's
Also, I think like everyone, like Drew Holiday's a great fit on every team.
Yep.
that is true.
Like,
All right, here's what I'm thinking. Right, so D'Antoni and Morey have been in lockstep for the past 3-4 years. Right.
Yep.
I think that's where the real change will come. More because Morey is he is the king of analytics.
Yes.
He is the analytics GM. He built his team around analytics, which was threes and shots close to the basket. So if we're going to bring in a new coach, and as John said, somebody that doesn't have a system in place already, I think there's got to be some collaboration between the new coach and Morey as to
That's
the direction
why
of the team because the
I laugh at
personnel.
the whole Jeff Van Gundy shit because
Yeah.
Jeff Van Gundy, he don't give a fuck about analytics.
No, he does not.
Yeah.
Not, but like that's the thing I hate when people bring up like the new coaches, like the old coaches in today's NBA. I'm like old coaches like they understand analytics,
Yeah.
but they do not like it.
Yeah.
So Daryl Morey's gonna have to figure out. All right, this team was built around analytics, right? You have Austin Rivers, PJ Tucker, Robert Covington, guys that can spread the floor, shoot the three. Jeff Green, right? But you don't have any size in the middle, right? Because you trade away Clint Capella.
for what?
Exactly, for what? A second round exit. So if you're going to rebuild this team, right, you're going to have to get a more well rounded team, right? So you have locked up James Harden as your scorer. He's a guard, right?
Yep.
You're going to need to bring in some size. Like as good as PJ Tucker is. And
You can't have a center that's fucking 6'7".
You
bro.
can't.
You can't. And 6'7" is generous. I don't even know if he's that tall.
He is I would say he's a 3-4.
Yes.
Like that's his natural position at a 3-4. So you need some size. Now, if you want to stick with, all right, we're going to be a perimeter shooting team. All right, find you a center that can spread the floor. Like maybe a Sabonis could be decent for this team. John Collins would be really good for this team, I think. It's not like Atlanta's going to trade for John Collins. I mean, or Atlanta's going to trade away John Collins.
I've seen a lot of talks.
I don't know why. I like his game.
I don't know either.
He's
Hey man, now now I'm really thinking about it. I think if they could somehow flip Russ for Brad Beal and like Bryant or just something, or like Bertans or like if they can get a big man,
Bryant wouldn't be bad because Bryant. I mean, in the bubble, he was showing that he had some
he's
range.
a good center. He's a good center, and he's on a team-friendly deal right now.
And
He
if you
just
want
got
that heart again, trade Russ. You get the heart of Thomas Bryant.
Yeah.
Send Russ to Washington. Oh, man. He's getting a bad deal right now.
Russ
Yeah, it
with
would be
John
pretty
Wall.
sad.
But
Russ with John Wall would actually be a terrorist act. Like
God,
that's just
that would be
ridiculous.
so
That's just ridiculous.
Your turn, my turn. Basketball.
It would have to be a 3-team trade because that would not work.
Oh my goodness, but but as you may, all right. So I guess we're off the Rockets now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry. So let's bring it back to the teams that are still in the bubble, right? The Raptors Celtics series wrapped up before since we last been on the pod. Raptors could not pull off the comeback, lost close game, very good.
Yeah.
Every game except for the one Celtics blowout.
Celtics
Every
blowout,
game
yeah.
has been
What
really
was
good.
that, game 2?
Game 2, yeah. The Raptors won game 3 and 4.
There was another game that
I don't think
The
the,
Ra-
first
one
game
that-
was close.
no, I
the first
think-
game, no, the Raptors won game 2. The
Yeah.
first
No,
game,
they
the first
were-
game was a blowout.
No,
yes.
Raptors won game 3 because the Raptors were going to be down 3-0.
That was a Anunoby game.
That was in it.
And then I think the next game was when the Celtics couldn't hit a 3. Game 4.
Game 4, yeah, because it was 2-2.
Yep.
Then the Celtics went up 3-2. Raptors came back 3-3. And then close game because Norman Powell. And then they lost because Norman Powell wanted to be a hero and go 1-on-2. I mean, credit Marcus Smart. Great block at the end. And then
I'm not mad at Norman Powell was the only one hot at that point.
I'm not mad, but like at the same
I think
time,
he
like
could have got
you,
a better shot.
you pull it out. Pull it out.
Fuck that.
Because it was like 30
Drive
seconds
the
left.
lane. Drive the lane.
It's
Draw a
1-on-2.
foul. Drive the lane, draw a foul.
They're not calling foul. They weren't going to.
No.
In a game 7? No, they're not going to call fouls.
It was
But-
in game 7.
Yes, game
Game
7.
6.
No, I'm talking about game 7.
Oh, I'm talking about game 6.
Oh.
See?
Oh, see, we're talking about 2. No, that one, yeah, when he got the N1 on Marcus Smart. That was a good play in game 6.
He got blocked at the end of the game.
No.
At the end of regulation,
John-
he got
John, yeah.
blocked.
Oh, when he tried to go when they ran the play for him, right? The
Yeah.
ISO? Yeah, well, that was just stupid.
No, that's what I'm saying. I said at that point he was the
Oh,
only person on the
the one
Raptors that was
that-
hot, and I think I'm not mad at the ISO play for him. It goes, yo, go with the hot hand at that point, which I'm really not mad at because everyone was tired and fucking cold. But I think he could have got a
Well,
better
no,
shot
'cause-
than that.
'cause
It wasn't a
what's-
bad shot that he got, but it's
What
just
do you
like
call it? No, Lowry was cooking from 3. I would have put the
was.
ball in Lowry's hands. I would have told him, yo, put that big wagon on Kemba in the post
Oh my God.
and get me a bucket because that's what he was doing all fourth quarter. He was babying Kemba in the post.
He was.
But credit the Celtics, unfortunately. They got, but hey, I said, John.
Jan.
You gave them no shot. Now they're in the conference finals. This is your fault. You
I
gave
gave
them
them-
motivation. This is your
that's
fault.
fine. I don't see them getting past the Heat.
I don't see them getting
John, I
past the
swear to
Heat.
God, if they get past the Heat, John, I'm gonna be very upset because now they're gonna win the championship. It's gonna be your fault.
Nah.
It's gonna
I
be
don't
all
think
John's
so.
fault.
Nah.
But
Listen,
I think the league is going to try and set up
They
a
don't-
Celtics championship.
I think
but-
so, too.
Yeah, that's
Listen,
fucking corny, but
they don't have
whatever.
an answer for Bam. 1,
They don't.
2. Eric Spoelstra is gonna outcoach the fuck out of Brad Stevens.
I don't know if
I don't know about the
I don't know if the fuck,
But you know,
He gonna outcoach
we gotta
Brad
give
Stevens,
Listen,
though.
I think Brad Stevens is still
It's-
pretty
I-
good coach.
I would say
you know what I'm saying?
You giving Brad Stevens credit? That's crazy.
I mean, it's very,
Hey,
it's
hey,
very
look,
crazy.
Brad Stevens is
But-
a good coach, but Eric Spoelstra
Look,
is
man,
a
I
great
know
coach.
Spoelstra's an excellent coach.
great.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I give it's like 60-40.
Yeah.
Spoelstra to Stevens right now. 60-40 going into the series. That's the coaching thing.
Yes.
I give you that. But
Hey man, Mike Budenholzer is a good coach, and Eric Spoelstra made him look mid as fuck.
it's gonna come down to talent. I think it's the same series. I was telling my brother about this. On paper, the Celtics were a more talented team than the Raptors. Raptors just
On
better
paper,
coached.
the Celtics are one of the most talented teams in
Yeah,
the NBA.
and I think coming into this series with the Raptors, I mean with the Heat, the Celtics are still the more talented team on paper.
Mm-hmm.
But it's going to come down to heart and coaching.
Yeah, because
And
at the end,
matchups in the NBA are a
something
big
is gonna
deal.
something's gonna have to give because both teams shoot threes and both defend threes very well. So I think
the difference is that the Heat also defend the paint very well.
they do, and I think.
And when you're not hitting threes, you got to drive.
Bam is like a matchup nightmare.
That's what I'm saying. And matchups are
like
fucking
you could-
huge, bro.
Yeah,
And as we saw last series, Enes Kanter cannot be relied on in the playoffs.
Cannot.
He lost his spot to Robert Williams, who I think he's decent. He's a decent player. I
At
talked
best.
about him on the other
Yes,
pod.
yes.
Decent player, had some decent minutes in that series. But yeah, Bam should have good games. He should dominate Theis.
Yep.
You know, he
Dice
should.
getting all those easy buckets is not going to happen against
No,
Bam.
it
It's
sh-
not
it
happening against the
shouldn't.
Heat at all. My thing, I have the Heat winning, barring injury and the young boys getting shook because they've been playing fucking great.
I don't think they're gonna get shit.
No, but that's what I'm saying. They have been playing great, and I feel like Jimmy's the type to settle them. Like that's the type of leader that's gonna be like,
Yeah.
"What the fuck are you scared for?"
I could see. Yeah, that's a
Jimmy's
good point, yeah.
doing that. Jordan, I'm gonna put you through hell, but you know I love you, so you're not gonna be shook by anyone
I
else.
mean, honestly, they knocked off the favorite or one of the favorites to win the championship.
In the potential 2-time MVP.
Potential two-time MVP and the Defensive Player of the Year. There's nothing that these guys fear at this point. Harrow,
And I love
Duncan Robinson, they're ready. They're ready.
I had a cop of Jimmy
gotta,
jersey.
I just
dog.
gotta love it, bro.
I got a cop of Jimmy
The
jersey.
makeshift guys, bro. That's just out here doing their thing.
Jay
bro.
Crowder.
Jay
Out
Crowder.
here hitting from deep.
Love Jay Crowder. bro.
Iguodala.
Kelly Olynyk.
Yeah,
Bro,
Oh,
they,
man.
I
Spolstra
remember
did a
seeing
great
they were
job,
like
bro.
they've been trying to get the Kelly Olynyk who plays for Team Canada because when he plays for Team Canada, he be hooping.
Bro. Oh, my God. All right. So, really quick,
I
though.
love the Heat, man.
Can we talk about how the fraudulence, Kemba Walker, a little bit?
All right,
Let's talk about it.
All right.
my
Yeah.
Be honest.
my one thing
Yes.
was earlier where you were trying to say you've seen Steph and Dame do that.
Mm-hmm.
My thing about it is I don't know about y'all, but I've never put Kemba in the same tier as Steph and Dame.
What
about to
tier
say.
does Kemba? All right. All right.
To me, Steph and Dame are tier 1.
Yeah, about to say like
That's
Kemba.
the top.
where is Kemba's tier at? Because I don't know if it's tier 2 even.
I think it's 2.5.
He's like tier 2B.
Let me ask you a question. If CJ McCollum had his own team, could he do what Kemba does?
Oh, I mean, well, if you compare it to, all right, so you compare like if like Kemba on the Hornets.
Yeah. If
If
CJ
CJ
McCollum was
McCollum
on the Hornets, could CJ McCollum do what Kemba does?
Yeah, but I think
Yeah.
CJ McCollum's really good.
But I don't consider CJ McCollum in any tier 1, tier 2, he's barely tier 3 in terms of guards. In terms of like how many people you put in each
All right,
tier.
all right.
but-
After we gonna go through the tiers. If
All right,
we're
yeah,
having
we might
this.
have to.
But my thing with Kemba and like what you're saying with that is it's not fair to compare anyone to Steph because Steph also has like the entire team setting picks for him
This
when
is
he's
true.
off ball.
Elevator
Kemba's
screens.
Kemba's not really like they're not running shit to get Kemba open off ball.
All right, so let's go to
Like, that's my
ball,
thing.
ball dominant. Well, not ball
All
dominant.
right,
but-
no, let's
Yeah,
do
yeah,
these
yeah.
tiers.
So Dame then.
So
Tier-
how
tier
are you,
one?
how are you
Alright,
like
so-
organizing these tiers?
Yeah.
Like what you got? Like 3 people tier 1? Like how many people?
I'd probably
tier
say
we got to
4.
do it like how we did
Oh, the quarterbacks.
yes.
Okay.
All right.
Tier 1 or even
Just
when
guards.
we did, when we did
Guards or point guards?
when we did tight ends.
What?
Remember how we did
I
tight
say
ends?
guards in general.
Guards in general.
Guard in general.
Guards in general.
All right. So
That's
Tier-
bold. Because Kemba's never, you're never going to look at Kemba as a 2.
guards in general is tough, bro.
Just
All
do,
right,
just do
all
point
right, so
guards.
all right, so the point guards.
So I'll
Tier
get-
1, Steph Dame.
Steph Dame.
Just 2?
Who else is at their level?
I would say, are we talking about today or in general? If you're talking about today, yes. If you're talking about in general, I got the Kyrie tier 1.
I'm about to say.
Yeah.
In general, Kyrie.
That's the only one to me. Kyrie's 1.5.
1, 2, 3.
Because you know how I feel about pure scorers. Can't lead teams.
He's not lying. But yes, if we're talking about
Yeah, I
tier
mean, you
1,
don't have to
Kyrie,
be-
Kyrie would be the third.
He'd be the third.
The third tier 1.
All
Tier
right,
2.
tier 2. Chris Paul.
Chris Paul still, yeah.
Okay.
Damn, why? It's always when we do these things, I blank on who actually plays in the NBA.
Russell Westbrook.
Yes. Who else is out there? Do we count? Does Luca count?
I don't know.
Luca has to count, right?
He's playing most of the minutes at point guard, but I really don't know.
I feel like if I gotta put Luca in there, I gotta put Luca and I gotta put
Is
Trey.
he I mean, he's a point. Yeah.
Trey. Yeah.
Trey Young. All right.
That's it, tier 2.
Really? Nobody else?
Drew. Do you consider Drew
Oh.
a 1 or a 2?
He's
Kyle. I have to put Kyle Lowry in
Kyle
tier
Lowry.
2.
Kyle Lowry is tier
I have
2.
to, John.
two A.
John,
if I
have
think
to.
Fred Van Fleet is better than Kyle Lowry, and you can
Bro,
pull
nah.
up the stats, which
As
we
a
have
P-
done
he's
He's
before.
not, bro. Bro. In general, he's not better
He's
than
not
Kyle
better.
Lowry, bro.
Bro, we
He's
saw
not.
he was selling. He sold for like 4 games in last series.
He did. We
Van Vliet was selling. Lowry only had 1 poor performance in the series.
And then
Van
everything
Vliet
else-
did not
yeah.
show up until for like 2 or 3 games in the series. All you needed him to do was hit threes. He wasn't doing that.
Lowry is 2A.
Lowry's in 2. Where else all right, where else?
A is adjacent.
A is adjacent.
A is adjacent. Who's in any damn, I'm trying to think who plays in the NBA. Does Bron count?
Bron does not count. Ben don't count.
Does Lou Will count?
Lou Will does not count for 2A.
Okay. So then we're done with 2.
I think that's it for
De'Aaron?
2.
Is that-
De'Aaron's 3.
he's close. He's in the.
3.
I put him in tier 3.
Nah.
He's got to be 3. Yeah.
Tier 3 for
Three
De'Aaron,
is
yeah.
fair. And then all right, whatever. So then if we're just doing it
So then tier
2B, Jamal Murray.
I say
Oh,
Murray.
Jamal's in 2.
Yeah, Jamal has to be in 2.
Mike Conley's in 2.
Jamal has to be in 2.
If you're putting Kyle Lowry in 2, Mike Conley's in 2.
All right, so then Mike Conley's in 2, then 2.
Jamal Murray's in 2. Is he really?
Bro, even hooping.
Bro,
If you're gonna,
recently,
so if you're gonna
recently.
do recency, then Fred was hooping all regular season.
I'm
So
saying,
that's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying.
No,
No, what Miles is saying is recency for Jamal in the playoffs.
yes.
Your recency is
So that's what I'm saying. You
Regular.
can't
No,
give
no,
recency
and
just for
that's
Jamal
why-
and not
that's
give
why-
it for Fred.
Listen to what I'm saying. I'm saying he said that Jamal has been hooping, and I'm saying recently he has been hooping. That's why he's
Yeah, so that's your
2B.
argument. You literally,
I say,
we said 2, and you literally just went,
if we're doing recently, Fred VanVleet in like tier 5.
No,
right
but I'm
now.
saying he says Jamal, and you go, like,
Yeah,
come on.
but in general, Jamal has been very inconsistent. That's literally Jamal. Jamal will give you 25 one game, and will give you 11 and like 3 the next game, bro.
Then,
Yeah,
he'll,
he's
then, he'll,
three.
then he'll give you 50, and then the next game he'll give you 13.
Yes,
Like,
that's
I understand
literally- that's Jamal Murray.
So we're gonna put an asterisk with Jamal. So we'll put him on the fringe of 2 and tier 3.
Yes,
Because then tier 3, I'm gonna go. All right, De'Aaron, Eric Bledsoe, Kemba. Actually, no, not even Eric Bledsoe. Sorry,
Donovan Mitchell is also fringe for me too.
He's not a point guard.
he's shooting guard.
Shooting guard. Okay.
So then Mike Conley
oh,
tier
Mike
2.
Conley. Oh yeah. Fuck,
Mike
I
Conley's
forgot.
got to be. If you're putting Kyle Lowry in tier 2, Mike Conley's
All right, so
tier
Mike
2.
Conley. So then that's the end of tier 2, and then tier 3 is headed up by Kemba.
Fringe.
He's got to be a fringe.
Kemba's 2A, adjacent.
He's 2A adjacent. He's a Jace. I'm just all right. Here's the thing, right? My thing is Kemp, and I don't know. Maybe it's probably just
I get your
my
CJ
homerism,
McCollum argument.
and because of my defense of people on my team, specifically the Kyrie Irvings. And there was, I don't know if you saw, John, the dumbass Boston writer. Literally yesterday, the Celtics are going to the Eastern Conference Finals, and the dude is writing an article about how Kemba is showing more than what Kyrie did. And my thing is, Kemba Walker right now in the Celtics, and I think it's fair criticism. Kemba Walker is the 4th best player on the Celtics right now,
Yeah.
behind Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, and Marcus Smart.
Marcus Smart's playing his ass off.
Because if you ask any Celtic fan right now, if you were out of those 4 guys, if you had to leave off one person entering the next round, nobody is saying Marcus Smart because that's their
he's
best.
over.
He's their best defender, and
He's been hitting shots.
he's been hitting shots. Nobody's saying Jaylen Brown because he's also their second best defender, and he's been hitting shots. And Jason Tatum is a budding superstar.
I don't know about y'all, but like, I want to like Marcus Smart more because I love Marcus Smart's game. I love everything about him as a like.
I know
in
personality
general.
wise.
But yeah, personality and the fact that since he's coming into the league at the size of a fucking running back, this man is just like the biggest flopper.
It's
and
annoying.
he just complains, and it just makes you hate him.
That's why
like
people
I'm
don't
sitting
like
here.
That's why people don't like Lowry.
I'm sitting here.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Kyle Lowry didn't come in as a fucking running back.
Yeah. He's just
When Marcus Smart got
he just
drafted,
came
it
in
was
as
like
a
he's just
fake
mad
guy.
fucking up.
Eric Bledsoe came in as running back though. Eric Bledsoe
Yeah.
is built.
And who do people hate on Eric Bledsoe? They'll give him shit for not performing, but people don't hate him to
No,
hate him.
we don't hate him.
Like Marcus Smart, it's like he's just mad annoying. Like it's like I would love to have Marcus Smart on my team if he wasn't just seems like a poos.
I think he's too
that fake tough guy shit.
I think
bro.
he's too good to be. Personally, and I see this for Lowry too. I think they're too good to have to flop. They're too good of defenders.
to flop and complain
Yes,
constantly.
because Marcus Smart locks up. He hustles.
Mm-hmm.
He does all these intangibles. He doesn't have to flop.
Every time I want to give him props, he does some shit that like
makes you not want to give him
exactly.
Like at the end of what? It was like Game 6 when he tried to
Yeah.
flop, and then it's like that mini altercation. Like,
Yeah,
yo,
the
bro,
fake tough guy shit,
really?
bro.
Like you don't have to do this.
I've seen him literally. I've seen someone try to clear space with their elbow, him not get touched, and like do a full fucking pirouette and hit the ground.
Did you see when him and Lowry?
Like he's not built like Derrick Henry.
When him and Lowry not helped each other up off the floor, and somebody was like, "It's the Spider-Man meme." Bro, but hey, this is gonna be. I think it's gonna be a good.
It's gonna
series.
be a fun series.
I will say that after watching how Nick Nurse neutralized Kemba, Eric Spoelstra was probably in the hotel taking mad notes and be like, "Oh, it's lit."
Yeah,
this
he
is what-
neutralized Kemba, and they're gonna have a better interior defense.
Exactly. All I gotta do is this, and I'm gonna have people more consistent than
A heat box on one would be filthy,
bro.
Heat box on one, the Celtics.
First,
what
off,
are they doing?
And lastly, on the Raptors, can we talk about the 6'9" Akon with a spin move that is Pascal Siakam?
6'9" Akon is really
6'9"
OD.
Akon is over.
Bro.
Akon, I don't even feel like deserves that disrespect.
And high key though,
That's crazy.
I'll say this as a disclaimer. I feel bad for Pascal because there was a lot of like racist stuff after that game. There's a lot of like racist GoFundMe's and like posts aimed at Pascal, and that's
Boston fans.
no, it was the It was Raptor people.
No, it was Raptors people.
Yeah, Raptor people.
Word.
And it's like, yo,
Yeah,
we
that's
get
fucked
like
up.
making jokes and stuff is cool and all, but when you come after somebody's race, family, and things like that, that's just out of line. So like, you guys got to do better with that. But strictly basketball speaking, Pascal Siakam, we're gonna have to have a conversation about this.
Who?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's bad.
6'9" Akon.
6'9" Akon is so deep.
Lonely. I'm so lonely. Yo, bro. Like,
I couldn't even call him Robin at this point.
honestly, he was playing.
That
I
girl?
think his ceiling. But at the beginning of the season, people said he could be a
Alfred,
star.
maybe?
Alfred is so deep.
His ceiling
Alfred?
might be a 2.
Alfred. No, that's his ceiling.
His ceiling might no, but I'm saying it might be a 2.
Yeah.
Like I thought he was in the same realm as maybe a Chris Middleton.
Damn, son.
I'll tell you.
And he's not.
It's
Not after
I
that.
get that, and I feel like it's he's got it. He's got to be a B, and there's been obviously with the whole Giannis thing's been going on. There's been a lot of talks of like teams specifically that want him, and of course the Mavs have been in the mix because they have this relationship with European players, et cetera, et cetera. But my thing is, I wouldn't want Giannis on the team because I don't think he would fit as well. But I think
the Raptors?
on the Mavs.
Oh.
But I think Pascal would fit because he's a B. He's a B that shoots better than Giannis, even though like he's like you said before, Pascal is Giannis light.
He's
LITE.
Yes.
And he showed it
Yeah.
in
Giannis
this
Light.
series.
Giannis Light is so crazy, but
He is the free version of the app,
He
bro.
is Natty Light at a ATO frat party. My gosh.
wow.
Bro, he's the
very
free
specific.
version.
Nah, I'm about
Yeah,
to
it
say
was-
that was yeah.
Very specific.
He was Fruit Ninja Light.
Fruit Ninja Light.
He's got to show me something more next year. And then, dang, and I remember that the comparisons of pass at the beginning of the season was Pascal
get
and
paid
Jason
yet?
Tatum. Yeah, he got paid last season. Well, actually, no, not this. Technically, this season.
Off
He
season?
signed the extension.
Damn.
Like in December.
Hate to see it.
Hate to see it, but it's funny. I don't really feel like talking about the Nuggets Clippers only because it's today, Tuesday.
So when you guys hear this,
So when you say it, we're gonna already know
Game
who won.
1 of the Eastern Conference Finals would have happened, and Game 7.
I will say
my
this
bad.
though, Clippers better not lose.
I want the Nuggets to win so bad.
I'm saying, bro, and I gotta be fair here, right? Because I feel like Kawhi, everything that Kawhi does that's bad, it just kind of like we just kind of like shuck and jive it like away.
That's what I was saying before.
Wait,
Wait, hold on, bro.
Oh
hold
my
on.
God.
Hold on. No, but I honestly, like, we have to be fair here. If Kawhi lose, they need to drag it like how they drag LeBron's name through the mud,
Yep.
like how they drag Giannis's name through the mud. We gotta be fair because I feel like I don't want to call Kawhi the golden child here, but it just seemed like
That's exactly what's happening.
it's like, yo, he had a bad game in this shit, and it's just like, all right, Kawhi had a bad game. All right, back to you, Ali.
See, but all right. So, and I was having this.
That's what Shannon Sharp said, dog.
I was having this conversation with one of my boys on Twitter, and it's weird because, like you say, he has a bad game and swept on the rug. Because I was looking at his totals for the playoffs, bro. He has literally been the epitome of consistent. He's only not scored 30 points 3 times. One of those times was a 13-point game. Another time was he scored 28. He's gotten a double-double like every single game.
He's close to triple in a lot of them.
Close to a triple in every the problem with the Clippers is not Kawhi. And
It's not.
And I understand totally because we put the blame on Giannis, on LeBron, on Dame.
If you're gonna lead your team, you gotta accept the blame. That's
you
part
have
of
to.
it.
And I totally understand it. And I think it's an interesting thing because Kawhi's just there. He just comes to work. He treats the NBA like a 9-to-5 job. He comes to the gym, hoops, he goes home.
Man's
doesn't-
like, why do I need to play help defense? I
Doesn't-
should just guard your man.
doesn't say anything to nobody. He's
Goes
like
to the strip club.
He's like the guy at work that just does his job really well, but doesn't fuck with any of his coworkers. He's like, hey, we're down in the quarterly. My sales were up. I don't know what y'all doing.
Pretty much.
Like,
I saw a headline that was like, "This is the most pressure Kawhi's ever been under,"
And it feels like it's none.
This is
and
no.
Kawhi's gonna go out there and drop. I guarantee you'll drop like 33, 10, and 8. And it'll be like, damn, Kawhi had a really
they'll
good game.
probably
And
still
they'll
lose.
lose. And it's like, fuck. Like,
I hope they don't.
I want the
lose, though.
Nuggets to win so bad.
I don't.
You want to?
absolutely don't.
I
Because
want the
because
Nuggets to win simply because, as much as I've wanted that LA Western Conference Finals in the beginning, I want the Nuggets to win because the Clippers have not been playing like they're trying to win a championship.
I kind of feel like I watch Clippers games and it's like, all right, well, these niggas are just coasting. It's like they're
They've
waiting.
been playing. That's it. They've
Yeah.
been playing like it's been gifted to them,
Yeah.
and that's why they're putting themselves. That's
They're-
why if
they're
Porzingis
expecting-
was healthy, they would have lost.
Even though
That's why they're in
yeah.
this situation now.
Even though I feel like Kawhi always plays hard, it's like I
That's
have,
it.
you know, like Kawhi, like you said, he goes to the games, he plays, he does his
Listen,
thing,
it's been
he goes home.
Kawhi, Marcus Morris, and Zubac.
Zubac been
Those
fine.
are the three people who I feel like have been going out every game playing to win. Everyone else is playing like they should be winning already. Sorry, not Marcus Morris. Lou Will, because Lou Will's a bucket regardless.
No,
Yeah.
Pat Bev has been playing like they expect to win. Montrez is playing like they expect
Everyone
to
else
win.
is playing like they're like, oh yeah, we're just waiting for the West Conference Finals. We should win this regardless,
They're
and that's
rolling
why
the
they're
balls
getting
out.
stuck in these situations when only three people and only one of your key pieces is the one who's really like
I'm just
playing
saying.
to
I'm
win.
just saying. Denver can't come back from a 3-1 series twice and win two
He
consecutive
can't keep
series,
letting
bro.
them get away with
Bro,
this.
they've only played in
Like-
game sevens.
Yeah.
I saw that shit yesterday. Jamal Murray and Jokic have every series they've been in has been
We
the game
need
seven.
the Nuggets to win so that we can get the replayed ESPN commercial of Jamal Murray in the interview. I was in my hotel room packing up my stuff, and I was like, "Wait, I don't want to go home."
Right.
Nah, but hey,
I want Jamal to drop fucking 50 again.
like John was saying, Doc Rivers is mid. I don't know if you saw on Twitter the soundbite.
The
from
Lakers, the from
Phil
Jackson.
Jackson.
That
He was
shit
like, "Yo,
was crazy.
these
My
guys-
man Phil said, "Yo, here y'all, yo, Kobe. All they do is give up leads, bro. They give up leads in the fourth quarter all the time, more than anybody in the
He
league.
said they're getting ready to
That
do
was
it
back
again.
Getting ready, yo. That
Yo, do you
That
think
was in 09,
It
right?
didn't happen that game. Cause like Trey Kirby, he quoted, he was like Phil is absolutely right, but it didn't happen in that game. But you know, hey man, mid as
bro,
fuck.
clock is right twice a day."
I'm tired of hearing the Doc Rivers shit, and I'm hoping that after this shit, because even if they win, I don't see them the way they're playing. They're not beating the Lakers.
Like, how do you
The
get
way they're
up?
playing, they're not.
Like,
the way that they're playing right now, no.
The way they've been
Absolutely
playing
not.
all playoffs, they're not beating the Lakers.
It's crazy because I still am under the assumption that the Lakers are still not even like, I don't know.
I
The
think
thing
this is-
about it is, I still see, barring the Nuggets continually putting everything together, because Jokic is playing fucking phenomenal. And I saw
Yeah, he
something
is.
that was like, they need to stop this Jokic doesn't show up in the playoffs thing.
Yeah,
Because he's
I-
dead ass averaging like 27, 10, and 8.
Nah,
in the playoffs.
Jokic's been killing,
And
Jokic-
he's
Jokic's
been like,
killing.
he's taking his game to another level. He was just splashing threes. Like he's really playing great.
Yep.
And if they have that continually, they're the best team in the West right now.
Yeah. Nah, I
If they're
agree.
if they're consistently the best team in the West. And my thing about it is, as much as I would love to see like the whole storyline of the Lakers winning, Kobe pass, that whole thing, y'all know how I feel about Jimmy and the Heat. And my thing is, if the Lakers end up winning, whoever they play against, and it ends up being a Heat and Lakers, I think I give the edge to the Heat. Barring,
Nah, fuck that.
you want to know why? Barring
No way.
barring LeBron being
No
LeBron and AD being AD.
Way. No way.
I ain't gonna go that.
No way.
Not
I'm
not
talking
gonna have
about
an
I'm
opinion.
talking about team chemistry. I'm talking about coaching. I'm talking about continuity.
I'm not gonna have an opinion on that until we get there.
Yeah, yeah,
But-
we can talk if it becomes Heat and Lakers, which I very well can see happening.
That's what I think is
we,
gonna happen right
we'll
now.
revisit it in 2 weeks, in two episodes. Stay tuned.
They call me crazy.
All right. Well,
All
I
right.
think that's about it.
That should be it for basketball.
Shout out Steve Nash.
It's not white privilege. It's not white privilege.
It's not white privilege.
It's
not
not,
white privilege.
it's not white privilege.
Shout out my
Somebody-
2-time MVP head coach.
Somebody said something on ESPN, and they said that basically Steve Nash gets to skip the line because his success as a player. Okay, I think that's fair.
Which is true.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
2-time MVP and point guard of one of the more revolutionary offenses of our generation. I think so.
Okay, yeah, that's the orchestrator of it.
Like D'Antoni was asked, "Yo, do you think? How do you think Steve's gonna do?" He was like, "Yo, when I was running the team, Steve was the one calling the plays and shit. I was just like, yo, Steve, go handle it." And he was like, "All right."
Sounds about D'Antoni. John's like, are you really surprised
Are
by
you
that
really
comment?
All I'm saying is I feel like
And water is wet.
all I'm saying is I feel like every week is just a reminder that I don't miss.
He doesn't miss. Just like Joe Harris in the 3-point contest.
Ah, shut up.
All right. I think that's it for basketball.
yeah, follow us at Saratobi Sports on Instagram and Twitter. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, Saratobi Sports YouTube channel. Definitely for my sports people, check out that betting stuff for football and our picks and whatnot on the YouTube. That's gonna be YouTube exclusive. We're just gonna put that up each week. And yeah, follow me at Offended Normal on Twitter. And that's pretty much it for me, guys.
Yeah, man. Just make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe to the YouTube,
Please.
podcast.
Tell a friend and tell a friend.
Spotify, Apple, all of that good shit. Captivate, bro. I'm telling you, we're funny. But you only know that if you got to the end of this episode. Yeah, just make sure y'all out here staying safe on these streets. You know, all of my fucking people that's going back to school, teachers included, just make sure y'all staying safe.
Yes. Shout out to all the teachers.
Yeah, indeed. And Black Lives Matter. That's all I got.
You already know. Tip your local bartenders, waitresses.
I think strip clubs are back open if you want to shout them out again, too.
Shout out the exotic dancers.
That's right.
Tip them as well. Clean dollar bills.
That's right.
You can follow me on the Twitters, J_Thomas_24.
Lemon Pepper Lou is also LLC now.
Basically.
Yeah.
Don't sue us.
Yeah. Just saying.
Black Lives Matter. You should be ashamed of yourself for born unity. But I should have expected this. To quote the Cardinals coach from years ago, they are who we thought they were. And that's it.
Catch y'all next week.
I got ice in my veins. Walk like a champion, champion, champion. I'm so cold-blooded, I fear nobody. Ain't no letting down, I won't let you down. 'Cause I got ice in my veins. I talk like a champion, like a champion. I'm